Hello everyone, I welcome you all to our channel Let's Learn Automation. And in a previous session, we have seen the basic about the array. And now in this session, we are going to see some example. So let's create another class and we'll name it like program 2. So first of all, we'll see the single dimensional array. So as a first type, I will declare one array integer uh, number 1 equal to new and integer, and there is the size. So for example, size is 5. So its index start from 0 to 4, and that will hold all the 5 values. Now I can store num0 equal to 10. Right, this is num1, not num1 1. So in this way I can store the 5 values like 1, 2, then 3, then 4, then 5, and the values can be 20, 30, 33, 45. So these are the values. Now if I need to print the value of single element from the array, so I can print like, see, so is the statement, then num1, if I need to print the value of third index, then I can print. And if I execute, if I execute, sorry, okay, there is one exception that I use the index from 1 to 5. I need to use from 0 to 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Otherwise, we'll get the array out of bound exception. Now here we can see that I am able to print the single value. Then if I need to print all the values, then I can do like, just copy this 5 times. So 0, then 1, then 2, 3, and 4. So in this way I can print all the values, but this is not the standard way to do to print all the values. If I want to print all the values, then I should use the loops. We already have the loops. So I will use the for loop, and we know now we know that the this array is of size 5 and it start from 0 to 4. So we can initialize the for with 0. Then we know the last up to what we need to go, or what is the limit. So in a condition I will place like I less than equal to 4, then I plus plus, and here I will write down the name of variable, array variable, and here I will take the I, because I is a variable. First of all, the value of I is 0, so index 0 value will be printed, then I will be increment, then index 1 value will be printed, then 2, then 3, then 4. In this way this for loop works. So here I can write down like print all values of array, and here I can modify this. So if I execute this, then we'll get the proper output. Print the first value of array is 10, then print all the values of array 10, 20, 30, 30, everything. So in this way we can print all the element of array. Now in the loops we have seen there are four kind of loop, like for loop, while loop, do while loop, and the last one is what, for each loop. And I have said that for each loop is used in an array or collection. So now we are learning the collection, so we can use the for each loop. So we'll try to use the for each loop for this array. So while using the for each loop, we need to use the for. Then here there need to be a variable of type array. So our array is of type integer, so I will declare one variable, say integer value, any name of variable we can use, and there will be a colon, and after that we had to provide the name of the array. So first of all, for, then the data type or declare the variable of same type of array, then mention colon name of array, and here I will start the for loop, and in a CSO statement I can print the value. So what happened over here, we have declared one variable, so first value of array will be stored into the value and that is printed, then next value stored into the value, then printed, up to this all the values up to the last value that get printed into the printing statement or in output. So here this is the simplest loop for array and collection, because no need to initialize, no need to give the condition or even increment, just declare one variable of same kind of array, and here we need to mention the name of array or collection. So if I try to print, I can use like print values of array by for each loop. So if I execute, then I am getting the same output as I got before, 10, 20, 30. So in this way, this for each loop can work. So again, we'll try to understand this. So first of all, the very first value or index 0 value will get stored into the value variable and it will be printed. Then again, second value, third value, fourth value, all got stored into the value variable, and here we are getting the output of value variable every time. So in this way we can use the for each loop. Now until now we have used the array for integer type of thing, but for now if we need to use for string value, so here we need to declare the string, that is the class or data type we can say that. Then days equal here brackets equal to, and after that again like create use the new keyword, then string, and here we can mention the size. So we have total 7 days, so we can mention the size like this, and this is the one way. Now days, here I need to mention 0 equal to and Monday. So in this way I can declare or store the values. So this one value Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, then Friday I can say. So I can store all the values and I can print. So if I try to print all the values by using for each loop, so for, then string type of variable like value 1, because value is already used. Then here I need to give the days, sorry day, yeah. Then in a CSO statement value 1. So if I execute this, then I'm getting, sorry 0, okay, it is going to replace, so 0, 1, 2 and 3, and let's execute again. So I'm getting Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, and remaining things are null. Okay, because we haven't initialized the rest of the thing, like we have initialized 0, 1, 2, 3, but 4, 5, 6 we haven't initialized, and its index start from 0 to 6. So 4, 5, 6 are blank. We can say that 4, 5, 6 are null because we haven't initialized. If I try to initialize this as a 6, then let's execute again. Here we can say that Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, three values are null, and finally we got the Friday. So in this way, if we haven't stored any value, then that is null, and we can store any value which are available to us. Then let's take another example of dynamic array. So like string names, and here I'm going to store some names dynamically. So like uh, Harry, then Ron, then Dobby, then Dumbledore. So these are the values I tried to store into the string type of array. Now this size is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So total size is 6. Now if in a dynamic array we have stored the multiple values or multiple data, but we are not able to read this thing, but still we need to find out the calculate the size of array. So how to do that? So we can print like names, that is the array name, and here we have the length keyword. So if I use the length keyword, then I will get the length of array. So in output you can say length of names array plus. So if I print this, then I am getting the length of array as a 6. So here the length is 6, but the index start from 0 to 6. This is the thing, like here we are getting the array or the size 6, but remember index start from 0 to 5 only. So this is what the they are simple examples of array, or this is what single dimensional, where we can store the array by using this pattern or even by using this pattern. Now let's take an example of object type of array. So we know that the default array is used to store the single type of values, like only integer, only float, only string, only character. But now let's see the example of object array. So here I will take object, and the array name we can say that emp info, employee information, and here I can store, so we'll use dynamic. So employee information like 101 is the employee ID, then employee name can be Harry, then employee salary can be 50,000.124, then city is Hogwarts, work type is like lead actor. So this, in this way we can store the different type of data. Here we can say that we store the string, all the string values. Here okay, here we store all the integer values. So this is a default array, but this is the object type of array, and this is the class. Object is a class. Why it is a class? Because it's in a blue color, just like system and string, and it starts from capital letter. So every class starts from the capital letter. We know that string, system, and even whenever we create the class, our class should be start from capital letter itself, because that is the naming convention or the standard used in a company. So object also start from capital and its color is blue, so that's why it is a class. And it is able to store all the types of data, like different type of data. Now we need to make use of this data or print the data, so we can use for each loop. So like I like to print all the values, so here again I need to use the object type. So object type of variable, like value I can say in any variable I can use, but of object type, then colon, and here I need to provide the name of the array, and finally in a sysO statement I will print the value. So if I print, so before that I will just use the separator by which we are able to understand what the output we are looking for. So let's execute this. Then here we can see the 101 Harry 50,000 Hogwarts lead actor. So in this way we can use the object class too. So in this way we have seen how we can use the integer value in an array, how we can make use of that, even how we can use the string values, then even we can how to get the length of any array, like if any array had multiple values like 100 plus or 1000 plus, then we are able to get the length of that array by using the length keyword. And finally we have seen how to store the different type of value in object array, and to print all those things, or to how to use that thing. So this is it. Thank you.